Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Jake, this is Press to Play, and I just watched the third episode of the final season of Clone Wars. Let's talk about it. So I just finished up on the Wings of Keeradaks, the third episode of this season of the Clone Wars. Sorry for the delay on this one. I don't know if you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, but I just wanted to come on here and give my thoughts about the episode quick. So, just like normal, I'll just run through it. There's going to be mild spoilers in here, so be warned. Maybe you want to watch the episode beforehand, but I'll definitely be talking about stuff that happened in previous episodes. So, what did I think overall? Overall, I think it was a really good episode. I think it was the weakest of the three so far, though. This is the first one that I felt a little bit like, okay, this is maybe a step down, because I thought it was, really solid, and then the second episode was a step up. This one's a little bit, kind of coming back down here a little bit. So, again, I thought it was a really good episode, just the weakest of the three so far. But it's really cool. It takes place minutes after episode 2, which is really cool. Oftentimes in Clone Wars, we get a little bit of a time jump. And so this was just like right afterwards, the exact same situation. The same fight is happening at the end of episode 2 that's happening at the beginning of episode 3. So I really, really thought that was cool. It was a lot of fun every time the Bad Batch was on screen. I know I sound like a broken record, but they're awesome. They're so badass. There was a moment where one of them threw their knife to another one. They're just like kicking ass, and it was really, really cool. Now, of course, here comes a spoiler. Echo is alive. That is really, really cool. That was at the end of episode 2. And so seeing where he's at mentally is pretty cool. Part of what made it a little bit weaker for me is, they're going to save Echo, right? That's the whole point of this episode. And as soon as he's disconnected from that computer, he just kind of clicks right back into fully capable. He's walking around and stuff, which I thought was a little bit weird, but I got over it. It's pretty cool to see him. He's half droid now, it seems like. He's got his robotic legs and his little robotic arm and stuff, so that was really cool to see. And just, again, see that relationship between Rex and Echo and Anakin, and I thought all of that they did really, really well. There's a really cool fight on a bridge. I was hoping it was going to go longer than it did, but there's a really cool bridge fight, and I was like, oh boy, this is going to be really exciting. But yeah, there was not really too much to this episode other than that. We did get a big battle scene at the end with some of the locals, which I thought was really cool. They were not afraid to show what happens when people who don't really know how to fight go and fight. If you're catching my drift there. So I thought that was really good. And one of the things I didn't mention in episode 2 that they did as well, and they did it in this episode too, I really, really appreciate them taking the time for tech to translate both parties' languages back and forth. So, the locals talking is, right? They're talking this really strange language, and instead of just having them understand, they actually, they tell Tech one thing, and he translates it, and he tells it to them. And then the clones or Anakin or somebody says, tell them this, and he translates it and speaks it back to them. And I just, the time they take to do that really adds to the realism of the situation to me, and so I really, really appreciated that. Overall, there's not much else to it. I thought it was a really good episode. There is one more thing. Again, kind of spoilery for this episode. I hope you watched it. But Echo at the very, very, very end, the very last shot, he says, I don't even remember exactly what he says, something about it being just like old times or something like that. And he gave me a very uncomfortable feeling. And it was, the music kind of swelled up too in this ominous way. And I'm very scared that he's not just there as a hostage in a computer and stuff. I'm scared that he actually did switch sides. Now, we'll see. Maybe I'm reading way too much into it. I've been known to do that. But overall, that part gave me a little bit of pause. So we'll see what Echo does. I'm gonna be keeping a very close eye on Echo. So overall, I thought it was good. Again, weakest of the three. I hope they can keep picking it up again the other way, keep going higher and higher and higher. I love the Bad Batch. I love this whole storyline. I am looking forward to seeing other characters, but this is still really, really fun to watch. So, have you guys had a chance to check out On the Wings of Keeradaks? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up by hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to be the first to know when I upload a new video. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter at PressToPlayOK. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.